Hey y'all, it's Monday morning, December 15th, and we welcome you to another edition of This Week at AMG. It is truly a blessing to be able to share with you what God is doing around the world through AMG, some highlights. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Greece. I just have had the privilege of traveling to Greece and coming back from seeing our co-workers and our ministry there, and it is always so uplifting and exciting to actually see firsthand how God is working. Of course, Greece is very dear to my heart because I grew up in Greece. I came to the States when I was 14 years old, and it's always a pleasure for me to be able to travel back and to meet with our dear co-workers over there and experience what God is doing. Well, I had the privilege of interacting with Fotis Romeos, who is our Eastern European director, and to also get an update on a lot of our ministries. And one of our ministries that is very special for me is our Bookstore Ministry. The reason it is so special is because when I was growing up in Greece, my dad served at AMG's bookstore in the city of Thessalonica for 20 years, and I went to that bookstore many times while growing up and had the opportunity to see firsthand how God uses those bookstores to bring in people who will ask questions and open the way to share the gospel with them. That's the purpose of our bookstores in Greece, to have people come in so we'll be able to engage with them in conversation and find seekers, identify the seekers who want to know more about Christ. And over the years we have seen many lives transformed because they came to the bookstore looking for a book or something else, and God used that opportunity, that interaction with our co-workers there to give them a saving knowledge of Christ and their hearts, and there are many hearts that have been changed because of that interaction. One of the bookstores is in the city of Patra. It's right in the middle of the university section of the town, and our brother Michael, who is the bookstore manager there, he engages in conversation with with mostly university students all the time. And over the years, many have come to know Christ the Savior because of this ministry that Brother Michael is carrying out there. One of the most recent visitors to the bookstore in Patra is an Albanian, a person who came from Albania by the name of Christos. He came to Greece several years ago looking for work, and he had come to the bookstore several times before. And Michael had talked to him about Christ, but he had shown no interest. Then a few months ago, Christos had an accident. He was working as a construction worker and fell from the fourth floor scaffolding and was badly injured. Well, he spent a lot of time in the hospital, and then after he got out of the hospital, amazingly, he was able to recover and he wasn't killed from falling 4 floors. And after he exited the hospital, he came to the bookstore and he was much more interested about Christ when Michael talked to him again. Michael has had a number of conversations with Christos. He has given him a copy of the New Testament and other Christian literature, and Christos is very interested. And we are praying that God will continue this work that has started in his life and that he will come to a saving knowledge of Christ. That's a small example of what happens in our bookstores. So please be praying for Christos and Michael and all our other co-workers that are serving as missionaries in 5 different bookstores in that area. But of course, it is not just the bookstores. AMG has a lot of other activities in Greece, and a big one is St. Luke's Hospital in Thessaloniki, Greece. Okay, as you probably have heard, since 2009 there has been a huge financial crisis in Greece, and many people have been suffering. Youth unemployment is at 60%, the overall unemployment officially it is at more than 27%. Others who have kept their jobs have seen their income drastically reduced. So there has been a lot of suffering in Greece over the last 5 years. Yet in the midst of this, we have seen God using St. Luke's Hospital to reach thousands of lives each month. In fact, in November, we had the highest number of patients for November that we've ever had at St. Luke's, which is amazing. In the midst of a crisis and in the midst of many challenges, God has been blessing St. Luke's and using it to express His love. And there are many lives that are being touched. And the reason they come there is because they have heard about St. Luke's and they've heard about the love of the staff for the patient. One man, a well-known poet in Greece who was recently treated at St. Luke's for the second time, he said, "Well, when the time came for me to leave, I didn't want to leave because it was such a pleasant experience for me to be there and experience that love." So we are grateful for how God is using St. Luke's, and we are praying for many more patients who are going to be touched in the name of Christ and experience His love and find spiritual healing along with physical healing. And of course, there are many other activities in which our co-workers are engaging in Greece. Because of the crisis, they have been working alongside churches to provide much needed supplies to people who are desperate for basic living things. The opportunities are endless, but the need is also huge because this crisis has affected us, our ministries in Greece, and it has made it more challenging for us to find the funds to meet all the need that exists. Please be praying about Greece. Be praying that God will continue to give us opportunities to share His love, that God will be working in people's hearts. Be praying in particular about St. Luke's Hospital and the Bookstore Ministry that we have talked about today. And also be praying for Fotis Romeos, who leads the Bookstore Ministry and other activities within Greece. In fact, he will be coming to the States in February. He will be traveling in Florida and in Michigan, and we'll have some events where we get to meet Fotis, and you're welcome to join us if you are in an area where Fotis is visiting. If you would like more information about Fotis' visit, please come to our website www.amginternational.org, and you will find out information about Fotis' schedule and the opportunities to meet with him. Well, I hope this gave you a flavor of what is happening in Greece, what God is doing in Greece. Please be praying for that country because it desperately needs your prayers, and the people in Greece need your prayers because this is a very challenging time for that country. That's it for this week. As you are going on with your Christmas preparations, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas from all of us here at AMG and from all our co-workers around the world. Have a blessed week, and we hope to see you next week at This Week at AMG.